Yesterday against the Detroit Lions was bad, but it actually was a big win for the Chicago Bears. Chicago now has a for sure top 4 pick in the 2023 NFL draft, which could turn into the #1 overall pick in the draft, depending on how the final week of the season goes across the board. But one thing we learned this past weekend against Detroit, the Bears have to address the offensive line immediately. Hello, everyone. Happy New Year. Welcome back to this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. Thanks for tuning in. Bears fall to the Detroit Lions, now on a franchise record 9-game losing streak. People are going for Poles and Eberflus's heads, but you have to understand that Chicago is in a rebuild and has shown flashes of what they could be. One area the Bears have to build on this offseason is the offensive line, along with the defensive front. But yesterday, Justin Fields was running for his life against the Lions, and they're a team that is very young and still developing and potentially going to make the playoffs this year. And the Bears have to for sure play them twice a year for the next pretty much ever, unless they move divisions. I'm going to give you guys a few trade back scenarios today that the Bears could do to maximize their picks while also building the team as best as possible through the draft. Thanks for tuning in to this video so far. If you like this video so far, please hit that like button. And if you really like this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Throw your comments in the comment section below. Love to hear from you guys, but let's jump into it. Like I said earlier, the Chicago Bears have a for sure top 4 pick this year. As of right now, they would have the #2 overall pick in the 2023 NFL draft if it started today. The Bears, for once, don't have to address the quarterback position thanks to drafting Justin Fields, but there are a ton of teams that do. There are guys out there like quarterback Bryce Young from Alabama, quarterback Will Levis from Kentucky, quarterback CJ Stroud from the Ohio State, and plenty more. All those guys are projected top 10, if not top 5 picks in this upcoming draft. And the Bears, again, don't need to address the quarterback position. You also have generational type talent like edge rusher Will Anderson Jr. from Alabama, defensive lineman Jalen Carter from Georgia, offensive lineman Peter Skoronski from Northwestern, and plenty more. Bears could trade back that #2 overall pick and get much more draft capital in order to address their needs. Ryan Poles could easily turn into Oprah Winfrey very quickly by trading back multiple times and telling everybody, you get a trade, and you get a trade, and you get a trade. So here we go. The first trade of this dramatic you get a trade and you get a trade would be the Bears trading back the #2 overall pick and would also swap their 2nd round pick this year with the Seattle Seahawks. The Bears would get Seattle's #3 overall pick, which they got from Denver in the Russell Wilson trade, Seattle's #19 overall pick that they own right now, and then Seattle's 2nd rounder. That gives Chicago 2 first rounders within the first 20 picks and only moving back 1 spot in the draft, while also having a mid-2nd rounder from the Seattle Seahawks. Now that Chicago got 1 more first rounder out of it, why not we do that again, moving back 1 more spot? Chicago would send their now #3 overall pick with a 4th rounder to the Arizona Cardinals for their #4 overall pick, along with getting Arizona's 2nd round pick. That gives Chicago, again, just 1 more spot back. You're still going to get a generational type player in the top 5, top 4, technically. And then you're also getting another early second round pick from the Arizona Cardinals. So who would I take with these picks? With the now #4 overall pick from the Arizona Cardinals, I'm taking Will Anderson Jr. or Jalen Carter, whoever is available first. With the #19 overall pick from the Seattle Seahawks, I'm going after offensive tackle Anton Harrison from Oklahoma University. With that Arizona 2nd rounder, I'm going after linebacker Jack Campbell from Iowa. And with the 2nd rounder from Seattle, I'm going after center Luke Weipner from the Ohio State University. So why these 4? Will Anderson Jr., who we covered a couple weeks ago, and Jalen Carter are both generational type players. They both address the need of quarterback pressure on the defensive side of the ball and can do that. And they are both arguably crazy potential generational type talent. Anton Harrison, I will do a more in-depth video on him, but he's a great offensive tackle the Chicago Bears can go out and get to address the right tackle position, if not move him to guard and still address that need. Overall, he would be improving the offensive line. Jack Campbell, this one I am very excited about. I will do another video on him in a couple weeks coming up, but 6'5", 246, 4.740 dash time. And as scouts are saying, this guy covers sideline to sideline and can tackle anyone going any speed at any time. He's arguably a little bit more of a sleeper pick since this is such a linebacker heavy draft, but he does address the need for middle linebacker, if not outside linebacker for the Chicago Bears next season. Could be a nice pairing with Jack Sanborn. And watching video of him kind of reminds me of Brian Urlacher a little bit. Let's go to the last guy I would take, Luke Weipner. Like I said at the beginning of the video, address the offensive line. Center has been a struggle for the Chicago Bears with Sam Mustipher this year, and I think Luke Weipner could definitely come in and fix that. He's the number 12 ranked offensive lineman according to NFLDraftBuzz.com. 6'3", 300, big dude up the middle that can help protect against nose tackles. Another early sleeper guy. Not saying he's going to go in the 4th or 5th, but an early 1 to 2 round guy. Comment your thoughts on the video, what you think. I think this is the best scenario for the Chicago Bears as of right now. We'll see after next week, which I'm very excited about. But with that, thank you very much for joining this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Nick Rohde, and we'll see you guys next time.